Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Braden Timmons, and today we are going to be discussing a little bit about Halloween Ends. So, I've recognized it's been a little while since I've done a Halloween Ends video. I understand that, Halloween is a big, obviously, topic on my channel. And I know it's been a little while since I've, come on and talk about Halloween Ends. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to discuss right now. Like, obviously we know that they're pretty deep into post-production, or at least they have began post-production. They should hopefully be about halfway through that, considering that the movie comes out in October. And obviously they're going to have to see if they need to do any reshoots. I remember back when Halloween 2018, they filmed their movie in January of 2018, and then they wrapped at the end of February. Then we started seeing some marketing stuff in April. April the 19th is when the first poster dropped for that in 2018. So, there was a lot of stuff going on with Halloween 2018. Now, obviously, that these films have become more established, like Halloween 2018 was the first of David Gordon Green's sequel trilogy. And then we've had Halloween Kills, and now Halloween Ends is going to serve as the conclusion of this trilogy. So the one thing I want to talk about, and I keep getting a couple messages on social media asking, Braden, is this going to be the official end of the Halloween franchise? Do you think we're going to see more like in the coming years or whatever? And I just wanted to come on, like, here's my thoughts about the future of Halloween. Halloween's not going to go anywhere. Okay. It's like, and I'm not comparing it to a franchise like Star Wars or, what Marvel has become right now, because like, Star Wars has been around a bit longer than Halloween, just like a year longer. That came out in 1977. So, Star Wars, though, it's got a whole bunch of fans. It's got a whole lot more fans than Halloween does. And, but Star Wars has not gone anywhere. Star Wars is still very popular. But then again, there's a whole lot of things that, they have going on. Like with Star Wars, they've got different characters that they're exploring and everything. Now, I'm not saying that they can't do that with Halloween, but with horror, it's not as common for something like that to happen. So let me kind of answer the one question that I keep getting asked. Is this going to be the end of Halloween? The answer, in my opinion, no, it's not going to be the end of Halloween. There's still so much that you can explore in other movies or in TV shows. Fucking seem to be the biggest thing that is coming out nowadays. Like, I mean, even with the Batman, they just announced a TV series coming to HBO Max on Colin Farrell's The Penguin that was in the Batman. Again, that's superhero, that's DC. Like, like Marvel's now branching off into their shows and everything. And, there's a lot of things that they can do, though, to explore that. And I feel like that, horror can also do the same thing. Like, obviously, that would appease to more of, the horror fan base. But there's still a lot I feel like that you can do. So Halloween Ends is going to be the end of the original timeline that, started with Halloween 1978. This was the sequel trilogy that was telling 3 additional parts to the events that occurred after that night in Halloween 1978. So with Halloween 2018, jumps 40 years later, boom, picks up that story. Halloween Kills continues that story. Halloween Ends concludes in 2022, 4 years into the future after Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. So it's the end of the original Laurie Strode timeline as we know it. Kind of like Halloween H2O was at the time in 1998. I don't consider Resurrection the official ending of it. I think that Resurrection is fucking god awful, and I will always think that Resurrection is god awful. But I think that Halloween H2O was a really good conclusion to that Strode timeline. Like, I feel like that was a conclusion, like where we saw what happened to Michael Myers. I love Halloween H2O. It's still my favorite Halloween sequel ever. I will always defend that film no matter what. But Halloween Ends is going to now be the new official ending of this Laurie Strode timeline. So that is what Halloween Ends essentially means. Now, it's not to say, and David Gordon Green has even said this in a couple of his interviews, there's going to be other filmmakers that come after him that will inevitably reboot the story of Halloween, or they'll probably branch off from another story or another lore that we're familiar with within the Halloween franchise. I mean, honestly, since we've seen so many movies and since we've seen all of these shows and everything like that become so popular, I wouldn't mind, like, you know, a spin-off series on Halloween, honestly. Like, I feel like that would be a pretty good direction to take if you ask me, you know, go the TV series route, you know, because then you can tell different stories over the course of, you know, multiple different things. Like, you could do spin-offs of like Halloween 4, continue Jamie's story. You can do spin-offs of Halloween H2O, continue. I don't know. Like, you know, there's a lot of different things that you can do. Right. And I just want to see them get a little bit more creative with it. Right. So it's the end of the Strode, the original Strode timeline, or at least David Gordon Green's Strode timeline as we know it. Like, this is the conclusion. That's going to have a big battle, I'm sure, with Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, and I'm sure it's going to be awesome to see. You know, I'm still very excited to see what they do with Halloween Ends. And Jamie Lee Curtis has posted multiple behind the scenes stuff, and you know, she looks like that she fucking really takes a beating. You know, it looks like that there's actually going to be some sort of showdown, because even the showdown in Halloween 2018, it wasn't really a showdown. It was more of just a confrontation. It was just like a quick little fight. I'm hoping that this one's a little bit more drawn out. I'm hoping that this kind of takes center stage in Halloween Ends. I just want a really good conclusion, because this is the conclusion of that. But no, guys, later on down the line, I'm sure we're going to see another reboot. I'm sure we're going to see something else. Like, I mean, the slashers, guys, they're always going to be popular, man. They're always going to be. I mean, like, just wait until we get a fucking new Friday the 13th movie, man. Like, it's going to be huge because of everything that's been going on, like with the court cases with Jason and everything. Like, it's going to be a very, very big movie when that comes out. And that's going to be the lucky number 13 for Friday the 13th, where that's going to be the 13th Friday the 13th movie. Now, it's going to be a big movie. Sure. Is it going to be a good movie? Who the hell knows? You know, maybe it'll be divisive like these Halloween films have been. Some fans really enjoy the David Gordon Green timeline. Some fans really just don't. I'm just kind of somewhere in the middle, because I love James Jude Courtney as Michael Myers. I think that he is the best Michael Myers in the entire franchise. Yes, it's going to determine if he takes the throne with Nick Castle at the end of Halloween Ends this year, but he's just so good. He's such a good Michael Myers. And just like, his motion and the way that he moves and everything, he's just so good. He really is. He's a great Michael Myers. He's terrifying. I think that he knows how to take the direction from Nick Castle very well. About, you know, Nick Castle was on set and gave him certain tips and tidbits as to, you know, how he should project Michael Myers, and I think that he's done a fantastic job. So, you know, but yeah, guys, like, I think that when it comes down to the ending, it's not really going to end. You know, like, it's called Halloween Ends because this is it for this timeline. But it's like, you know, there's always, I feel like, going to be different Halloween things that come out. I feel like that there's always going to be different Halloween stories that, you know, come out and everything like that. So, okay. Other than that, possible trailer date, we're not looking, I don't think, until like June or July. I think that's probably going to be when we get the official trailer. I think that it's not going to be anytime this month or next month. I'm thinking it'll probably be right before either the Black Phone or Nope. That's what I'm guessing. That's going to be my guess. I'm not going to say much more about that because I'm not going to speculate about when the trailer's coming. I did that far too much for Halloween Kills and was let down way too many goddamn times. And I think that's the same thing for a lot of different people. I think there's a lot of people that was let down when they would speculate a certain trailer date and it would come, and then the Kills trailer was just not there. So, yeah, I'm thinking probably mid-June or whenever the Black Phone comes out, which I think is the last week of June, or right before Nope. That's probably my guess. So yeah, guys, but we got a lot of good Halloween stuff coming up later on this year. I've got my review series that I'm going to be doing over the summer with a whole bunch of other YouTubers. We're kind of going on this journey together. It's going to be an every week review leading up to Halloween Ends. And then excuse me, Destiny and I will come on and we will do our Fear Freaks podcast episode review of Halloween Ends. That's the only review that Destiny is going to join me on with Halloween. I asked her if she wanted to be a part of it. She said no. She doesn't really like talking about movies week to week. Otherwise, she feels she's going to get sick of them. And I mean, I don't blame her. You know, it's hard to come on every single week, week to week, and talk about the same franchise over and over. And that's why when we do Fear Freaks, we decide to do one movie. Like, you know, if it's a franchise, like we're doing Jurassic Park in April, we're going to do Jurassic Park. The next week, we're doing another. The next week, we're doing The Lost World. The next week, we're doing, you know, another movie. Then we'll come back and do Jurassic Park 3. Just kind of stuff like that. It just kind of keeps everything fresh, kind of keeps everything moving in a good pace. It kind of keeps, you know, people wanting to hear about, you know, the big franchises and all that kind of good stuff. So with all that being said, post your guys' comments down below. Let me know, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited about Halloween Ends? And do you guys think that Halloween is going to be done after Halloween Ends? I'm actually kind of shocked that a lot of people are like, oh my God, this is the end. This is the end of Halloween. It's not coming back, yada, yada, yada. It's coming back, guys. I promise you. We're probably, you know, I'm 26 years old. I mean, we'll probably see another 6 Halloween movies in in my lifetime. So, you know, I have no idea. Like maybe even more. Maybe we'll reboot the entire damn franchise again. Because it's just popular, guys. Like, I mean, even look what happened with Scream, and look what happened with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and look what happened with all these other slashers that are coming back. So, you know, slashers, they're always going to be around. They're always going to be part of pop culture. They're not fucking going anywhere. They're big money makers. They're big money makers. And obviously they want to keep these things fresh and coming for generations to come. So whatever your guys' thoughts are, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you guys like this, don't forget to join me on my journey to 10,000 subscribers. And I will see you guys in my next video.